Hey, how's it going, everybody? So today I thought I'd go ahead and continue where I left off in the first part. I'm going to go ahead and look over the newer maps that have come out, and also basically the second half of the maps that I didn't cover. I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the tips and tricks that you can use on these maps to maybe discover a few areas here and there that you might have not been aware of. So pretty simply, we're obviously in a skyscraper and it's under construction. So what you need to know is that there's a lot of areas on the outer side that you can go through. For example, here, you got a good view of a few areas here and there. If we just keep exploring, eventually you're going to keep finding out that you can come outside, right? Cover a few spots. So here, you can actually run and jump. This is kind of the center of the map here. Obviously, you're not at the actual level of it, but you could theoretically go ahead and shoot, try to cover some bases here and there. You can obviously jump on the other side as well. If you really wanted to carefully, you can go ahead and do this, right? Just keep in mind, other players might have the same idea. And then you can cover here. You can cover here as long as you mount. It's a good place to cover. And then same thing here and there. You can also run and go through. That's something to keep in mind. Right now we're just covering the outer area. This could be a good spot to camp, as long as you don't get seen. So as we move over here, as you can see, it's essentially the same as, let's say, the first floor. There's still other spots here that you can jump to. You have this as well. This is probably the most unique part of this map. So let me show you what I mean by that. If you see here, there's glass panels where if you see somebody there or you see somebody running through, you can obviously go ahead and try to kill them. Otherwise, you can shoot the ground. And then guess what happens once this ground breaks? That, basically. So yeah, if there's somebody there, you can break the floor, try to kill them that way. Otherwise, you know, something to keep in mind. It's a lot of areas here where you can kind of mount up. Is it useful? I wouldn't really say so. Open door. You can kind of cover a lot of area here. If we keep going, you're going to notice that these elevators are closed, but this elevator here is open. What can you really do here? Honestly, not much, but you can go through here. In maps, if you see these little yellow tapes, typically you can go through vents. And they may take you far, they may not. So right here, it's not too far, but you kind of come to the other side of where you were at. Right? Kind of cut through, now you're over here. And then over here. You can mount up here as well. Come up here. This isn't a bad spot to camp. You have a lot of area you can cover here. Remember how I told you can destroy that? But keep in mind that you're also kind of vulnerable. You've seen a lot of people coming through here from different angles. Now we're kind of back to where we started. But yeah, this map overall is pretty big. There's lots to cover. Something you may notice here is that this music is always ongoing. The closer you get to stage, the louder it kind of gets. Now, one thing that you may try out or even notice off the bat is you can jump through here. Yeah, as long as nobody is coming by, you can probably camp a little bit here and there, especially when you're capturing objectives. So you can jump up here just to go across. Another office, another balcony. Here we are. We started right here, so we basically went all around. You could also camp here, I guess. Maybe spawn camp if it lets you. I'm up here. Now we're back here. So yeah, there's a lot of area to cover here. Really big map. Huge first, second floor. And then I don't think you can jump here. Nah, you go through. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Lot to cover. Let's go ahead and jump onto the next map. Okay, so now we're jumping into Lifeline, which is basically a smaller version of Hijacked. If you don't see a certain map on a video that I make, it's basically because there's not much to explore. Of course, you have areas where you can like kind of go up, for example, on a car, get some height, but I mean, anybody can figure that out, right? So for Lifeline, there isn't much you can actually do. It's a very small map. Off the bat, if you're here, you can jump in through here. Just jump in through the windows. This lounge area is a good spot to get kills, right? You just gotta be careful. Now, if you look back here, there's a little area where you can actually climb up. It's a ladder on opposite ends. Where if you jump in the water and you're able to grasp onto this, you can climb up here and they get a few kills. As long as they don't kill you first or the spawns change. It's pretty simple, but we're probably not going to pull it off every single time. Is it worth it? Honestly, not unless you have really good movement. So you want to basically have your lightest weapon so you can run fast, right? And then we're just going to jump right before the railing ends here in the water. Stay close to the boat. Swim fast by holding down your left stick if you're using a controller. And then stay above the water by holding up or A, whatever it is that you use. So let's go ahead and try it. As you can see there, towards the end it kind of sped up, so we missed it. You have to be careful too. I've tried both ways where you just don't jump and go straight for the ladder and it'll grab it. And then in other times I'll actually jump so that it grabs the ladder. So yeah, it's a little finicky. As you can see there, I actually moved a little faster. And that was because I actually lagged in the beginning to come up. Well, let's try that again. I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna just let the water take me before I rise up while still swimming fast. And then I'm gonna try to see if I can jump towards the ladder. So there we go. 1 out of 3. Again, what I did was I just ran, jumped, kept moving fast, right? Like if you're sprinting in the water. And instead of immediately rising up to the water, I just let the movement take me. Then towards the end, maybe around here, because it's pretty quick, start rising up here. And I jumped right around here to catch the ladder. But yeah, I mean, am I gonna use it? Probably not. Honestly, I'd rather just run through. Yeah, it's gonna be hectic, but there's enough for you to kind of get through to the other side. All right, let's go to our next map. All right, so our last map is gonna be Lifeline. Again, a lot of these maps really don't have many secrets per se. Most of them may have a car we can come up here like this. I think in a future video I'm gonna make a section of each map and identify maybe what's the best section you should be in to get kills, right? But for now, let's see what other tips and tricks we have. So if you are here at the dealership, one of the things that you can do is climb up there if you don't want to go through there. If the car's facing here, it's going to be a lot faster to get up here. And then, of course, you can always climb up through here. Now, if we go through the other section over here, you can actually go through here to this vent, like I had mentioned before. There's always vents with like yellow tape that allow you to break them and then go into secret areas. Well, not necessarily secret areas, but other areas. So it's a nice little shortcut. Now you're back over here. The cars were over there we were at originally. Now we're kind of in the garage section, which you can obviously climb through here. This may be a good place to, I guess, camp, kind of go back and forth. As long as you can hold it and you don't get pushed. But more than likely you will. If you have a dark skin, you might not even be seen here, kind of like the skin that I currently have on. One more thing here is that if you see these doors, you can open them regularly, or you can actually shoot them. And now you're in. There's another door over there, same thing. Now you're on the opposite area here. Climb through there. Back in the garage. And then we end up back here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, there's not a lot to go by. So hopefully you did enjoy this video. Check out the other video if you haven't. I'll go ahead and link it to this video so you can see the other secrets that they are. And then probably sooner than later, I'll make a video where I can show you kind of like what the best locations are for getting kills. Whether that's kind of making the same video as this, where it's just me, and then just tell you, hey, go here, right, get kills here. Or if it's actual gameplay or both, I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you thought. Do you have any other additional secrets that I might have missed? Any favorite maps? And then for those of you that are new to the channel, just so you know, I upload Fortnite videos on Fridays, Call of Duty on Saturday, and then Sunday I kind of do random videos, maybe Hearthstone videos if you played that before. How-to type videos as well. Anything to do with gaming really is what I focus on right now. That's my current schedule. I don't currently have a schedule for the live streams that I do. However, I do live stream to YouTube and Twitch. So if you're subscribed or you follow, you'll be notified. Try to do that when trying to gather content, or honestly just when I have time to do it. But yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.
Waypoint marked. Move!